This is the Louie Tee Network.
Then it gets even better when your team makes the playoffs.
In the L.A.B.
Let's jump into the Panthers. To me, who seem like they're the overwhelming favorite in this game, and that's the feeling I get. I haven't quite taken the temperature of you guys. That's why I need you to comment. But just from listening to everybody talk and just from gathering perceptions out there, when I go out in the streets and I talk to people, this seems like an overwhelming Panthers win. It's not going to even be close. So let's talk about how the Panthers can do what they've done basically in virtually all season long and even in the postseason. Win and win convincingly. Let's talk about what the Panthers have to do to win Super Bowl 50. The Panthers, the Carolina Panthers, one of 13 NFL franchises without a Super Bowl victory to their name. The Carolina Panthers win Super Bowl 50 if, number one, they be who they are. This is a team this season that has been run dominant, run heavy. A lot of teams talk about wanting to establish the run. These boys go out there and practice what they preach. They're the best in the league at running the football. The variations in the ways they run the football are dynamic, and unlike any other team in the league, give some credit to Mike Shula. He's taken a group of guys that a lot of teams around the league wouldn't want any part of and made them one of the most well-oiled machines in the league. This offensive line has been stellar all year long, has not gotten the credit that they deserve. And I give Dave Gettleman a lot of flack. This group he's put together with the two guards, you can't do anything but give Dave Gettleman all the credit for this offensive line. I gave him a lot of flack and grief for going out and getting Michael Orr at the tackle position. He's been stellar, and this team has gotten it all done to me up front with Andrew Norwell and Trey Turner. Those guys have really blossomed in this offense. You got Khalil at center as to me, the general of that offensive line. You've run the football with the best of them, and you've protected Cam because the running game has been so dominant. You must continue to do that in this football game. Forced turnovers. To me, this is a really good defense. It's not a great defense, and I'll tell you why a little bit later on when I talk about the Broncos, but this is a really good defense. And the thing that this defense does that separates them from everyone else in the league is they create turnovers and get points off those turnovers. How many weeks of running does Luke Kuechly have a pick six? I don't know. I lost count like 10 weeks ago, okay? Man seems to be in the end zone every single week, and if it's not him, it's somebody else. One thing you know is for sure with this Panthers team, if you are careless with the football, they're going to make you pay. And this team has forced turnovers. And not only have they forced the turnovers, because you can force turnovers all day long, but what do you do with those turnovers? Panthers have been cashing those turnovers into points all season long, and that's why they've been winning by such wide margins this season. Continue to force the issue, continue to force turnovers. You do that in this game, I can tell you right now, you're gonna win this football game. Don't be over aggressive, okay? This is a Panthers team, to me, that they're solid up front, solid enough to get pressure, but they're not great up front on the defensive line because they are missing the impact player on the outside. The Greg Hardys of the world, the old Charles Johnsons of the world, they're missing that one destructive force, the J-Pep, that one guy that you can line up across from a left or right tackle and say, hey, go get me a sack. I need you to go bag the quarterback right now and have them go get pressure. You got that with K'Wan Short on the interior of the defensive line. You don't have that guy on the outside. Maybe Cody Ely grows and blossoms into that guy, but he's not that guy right now. So what I'm saying is this team does a great job of getting to the quarterback as a group, as a team. You blitz very well with Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. The pocket is collapsed by K'Wan Short and Star Lotulelei. This team does a really good job of scheming up different stunts and tackle twists and things of that nature to get to the quarterback. And on the interior, they do a good job of winning and getting to the quarterback. But don't be over aggressive in this game. The Denver Broncos don't have a lot of big plays in their arsenal because Peyton Manning isn't hitting the deep ball. So do not give them an opportunity to hit a slant or hit something quick, and because you came with 6 on the play and you were being over aggressive, Demaryius Thomas or E-Man Sand catches a quick hitter, makes a guy miss, and outruns your defense and hits you for a 65-yard touchdown, or a 57-yard gain down to the 8-yard line. This Denver Broncos offense right now is borderline mediocre. And if you don't help them out by being over-aggressive, because Peyton Manning, say what you want about Peyton Manning, he may not be hitting the deep ball. He may not have any velocity or zip on his passes like he used to. He's still the sheriff, okay? And he can still dissect defenses like nobody's business. And if you come with a 6-man pressure and he identifies that early and he's able to get into a play that allows him to get the football out of his hands quickly, and he hits one of these playmakers, whether it's E-Man Sand or even Vernon Davis, even though he's been straight garbage for these dudes, he's still an athlete that if he gets the football in his hands can create a problem and he can run after the catch. Or Demaryius Thomas, or even one of the young boys that they got on their roster. They got a couple of youngins that can run in a straight line really, really fast. So don't make a mistake. Allow somebody to catch a quick hitter and get up the field and get you for 55 or 60 and a touchdown. Make these boys work for everything that they get. Be who you are. Don't be over-aggressive because it's the Super Bowl, because it's Peyton Manning and you feel like this offense is pedestrian. Don't be over-aggressive. Be who you've been all season long. Keep everything in front of you. Make these boys earn every inch and blade of grass that they get in this football game. Stay turnover free. That pick Cam threw last week against Arizona can't happen this week. That was Arizona. They weren't in that ball game. This Denver Broncos defense, you cannot give that offense extra possessions to even flip field position, even if they don't get anything out of it. You don't want to be pinned up against your own 8-yard line against this Denver Broncos defense. You don't want to make it a longer field. You want to take the football, and even if you got a punt, do so. But do not turn the football over. This Broncos offense needs every single bit of help they can get. If you're turning the football over, you're giving them shorter fields and making them have to go 47 yards for a touchdown instead of 77 yards for a touchdown. If you're turning it over like Cam did last week in the red zone, you're taking points off the scoreboard. They're not going to score a lot of points on that side of the football, on the Denver Broncos. But if you take points off the scoreboard, you're giving them a chance to stay in this ball game. That pick he threw last week got returned all the way deep inside Panthers territory, inside the 20-yard line or so, inside the 30. Peyton Manning can take that. As we saw last week against the Patriots, he can deposit those into the end zone. May not do it very often, but he can find Owen Daniels for a touchdown. He can find Demaryius Thomas for a touchdown. He can find E-Man Sand for a touchdown. He can find Benny Fowler for a touchdown. Andre Caldwell. He's got guys out there that he trusts that he can throw the football to. If you give him a shortened field, he can make you pay and put the football in the end zone. Do not turn the football over, and you heighten your chances exponentially. I know I'm not telling you anything that's earth-shattering here, but it's even more so important in this game, of the utmost importance, because the Broncos struggle offensively. And you do a good enough job defensively to keep those boys from getting in the end zone on their own. So if you don't turn it over in this game, you're going to really make it hard on them to score touchdowns in this football game. Stay out of 3rd and long. Don't find yourself in the 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, because this is not Arizona, okay? Last week you had a 3rd and 10 and you just ran a straight quarterback keep. Student body right with Cam Newton and picked up the first down when he ran over the safety and got 11. That's not happening this week. This Denver Broncos defense is so aggressive, they're so athletic, and they're very sound tacklers. Last week, and really all season long, how many times have we seen the Carolina Panthers get yards after contact? Whether it's Jonathan Stewart, Tolbert, Cam Newton, whomever. Hell, the Philly Brown, the Philly Fingers touchdown, the 87, 86-yarder, missed tackle. The Ted Ginn Jr. touchdown on the reverse, missed tackle. How many times have we seen the Panthers benefit from guys not being able to get their ball carriers on the ground? Broncos tackle well. So stay out of 3rd and long, okay? Because if you stay out of 3rd and long, everything is afforded to you. The run game, that means the run game is working. And that means that you can play action fake, okay? For as good as the Broncos are defensively, they can be had in the play action fake game. However, you gotta run the football. If they don't respect you as a runner, if they don't respect your running game, if they're stifling you, strangling your run game, and it's 3rd and long, they're gonna pin their ears back, just like they did to Brady. And they're coming after your quarterback. And I know you got Cam Newton back there, and I know Cam, while as dynamic as he is as a runner, Cam, when he drops back to pass, he's not as dynamic a runner. He's dynamic when they call him on a run, or it's read option and he keeps. He's dynamic there. But when he's in the pocket and he's looking to throw, and the pocket breaks down and he turns into a runner, that's when he's most vulnerable. I've seen Cam take sacks in situations where he's trying to avoid guys, he just can't get away. He's not as adept at getting out of the pocket. He's not Russell Wilson. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Russell Wilson is like a snake in the pocket. You can't grab him. You think you got him, and he's greasy, he's slick. You think you got him, and you don't. With Cam, you can sack Cam, you can bag him if you get him in the pocket. So, stay out of third and long, because the Denver Broncos are at their best when they can attack, and they're not on their heels, but they're being aggressive and they're being proactive. When they're on their heels and you got a good combination of run pass going, they're a different defense. But when they know, okay, they gotta throw the football. They smell blood in the water, they're coming after your quarterback. And at that point, it ain't a damn thing you can do about it. They got too many dudes up front. And the Panthers haven't seen a defensive front like this all season long. They got too many dudes up front for you to be trying to get out of 3rd and 13, 3rd and 9 all game long. And they'll take away your stuff because you don't have enough outside with these receivers to just win one-on-one matchups. And they're gonna try to take away Greg Olsen. So what you're gonna have to do is stay in third and manageable. If you do that, if you're running the football effectively on 1st and 2nd down, whenever you do decide to run, you're getting 3, you're getting 4 a pop, you're gonna keep yourself in a 3rd down situation that allows you to keep everything open, including a Cam called run in the huddle where he can pick up a 1st down, keep the chains moving, and keep this Denver Broncos defense off balance. If it's 3rd and 3, they don't know if it's a run or a pass, so they can't be over aggressive. If they are, they come too far off the field, gives Cam a running lane, and he can take off with the football. If it's 3rd and 9, it's a different story. Cam can take off and run if he likes. He's not getting 9 yards against this aggressive, athletic Denver Broncos defense. So it changes the ball game if you're in 3rd and long. Stay out of 3rd and long, you're gonna heighten your chances exponentially to win this football game. You must, and the way you stay out of 3rd and long is you must run the football effectively if you're the Carolina Panthers in this game. Because not only does the running game loosen up this Broncos defense and keep them on their heels, the biggest benefit of you running the football outside of time of possession and wearing down an aggressive Broncos defense is the play action fake. Look, I just talked about your receivers not being that great and not being able to beat this sticky man-to-man coverage that they're going to see. These are the 3 best corners on one team that they've seen all season. With Chris Harris Jr., Akeem Talib, and Bradley Roby, they haven't seen a collection of talented defenders in the secondary like this group this season. It's going to be hard for Philly Fingers and Teddy Ballgame to win against man-to-man coverage against this group, okay? A lot of holding, a lot of physicality at the line of scrimmage. These are some frail body boys you got out at receiver. They're going to be really aggressive and physical with them at the line of scrimmage, to the point where Cam is coming off of 1st and 2nd reads, and now you got DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller hunting. So the thing you have to do is you got to run the football. And what that running of the football will do is it will give the quarterback time, in this case Cam Newton, time to allow those deep routes to develop down the field with some play action fake, because again, they're going to have to respect the running game because of the effectiveness of it. Can't pin their ears back and come after you. Now play action fake works. Now I don't give a damn how good these corners are, they can be beat by speed. That's the one thing you cannot account for. Speed. We can talk about how frail body Philly Fingers is, or how frail body Teddy Ballgame is. But those boys possess something that you can't coach. Either you got it or you don't. Either you wake up in the morning, stretching with it, or you don't have it. Those boys got it. And if he can get to that play action fake, there's a reason why this offense has been so dynamic this season. It's because they got a lot of team speed. And if that run game is working, play action fake is still working. And Cam is going to have the time necessary to hit those deep shots down the field like he's done all season long. Make the routine plays. This is not the game for the drops on 3rd downs. You can't have Philly Fingers with a Butterfingers on 3rd downs. You can't have Teddy Ballgame with a oops, my bad on the 3rd down. Make the routine plays. Hell, on 1st and 10, if Cam hits Teddy again for a 6-yard gain, can't drop it. Can't get into 2nd and 10 and set you back. You gotta make the routine plays in this game, okay? If there's a tackle to be made, and this is a really sound tackling Carolina Panthers bunch, if there's a tackle to be made, make it. Don't make it easy on this Denver Broncos offense that struggles. If it's a fair catch on special teams, I always worry about the Panthers on special teams. I don't know why. I'm never comfortable with them in the special teams game. If it's a fair catch, just catch the football. No mistakes in this game. Make the routine plays. If you're the Carolina Panthers, to me, those are the definite things you need to do to win this football game. Okay? Make the routine plays and score points. Don't miss any field goals. Don't miss any extra points. Make this a high-scoring contest. The Broncos can't keep up. Okay? They don't want to score 27. They don't want to score 30. Hell, I can't even tell you the last time they did that. Okay? They want to keep this game under 25, under 24. They want to keep this game, if at all possible, under 23 points. They keep this game under 23 points, I guarantee you a Broncos win. Okay? So, score 27. I bet you those boys can't keep up. Score 27 points. But to me, those are the keys to the game for the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers will win Super Bowl 50 if they do those things.
There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie Tee, be sure to follow me on Twitter at In the Lab Room, or you can like the Facebook page at In the Lab Room. That's In the Lab Room on Facebook and at In the Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so.
Then it gets even better when your team makes the playoffs.